Once upon a time, nestled amidst picturesque hills, lay a quaint village where a modest young man named David resided. David was known for his gentle nature, yet he struggled with the burden of poverty. Despite his amiable demeanor, he found himself lacking the respect and honor accorded to his friends. One somber day, burdened by his thoughts, David sought solace by the tranquil river that flowed near his village. There, amidst the soothing whispers of the water, he poured out his heart to a venerable monk renowned for his wisdom. As David bared his soul, the monk listened intently, his eyes reflecting both empathy and understanding. Sensing David's anguish, the monk gently imparted timeless wisdom, revealing the profound truth that no one can demean or diminish another without their tacit consent. With compassion in his voice, the monk elucidated that the world often operates on the principle of the strong exploiting the weak, whether it be a father belittling his child or the affluent disregarding the impoverished. He stressed that by allowing oneself to appear vulnerable, others are quick to take advantage. To remedy this, the monk imparted 6 invaluable lessons to David. Lesson 1. The power of saying no. In a world inundated with demands and expectations, the ability to say no is a formidable skill that often goes overlooked. At its core, saying no is not merely a rejection of external requests. Rather, it is a profound affirmation of one's own autonomy and self-worth. For David, learning to say no was a revelation akin to discovering a hidden reservoir of strength within himself. No longer bound by the shackles of obligation, he found the courage to assert his boundaries and prioritize his own well-being. Yet this newfound liberation did not come without its challenges. In a society that venerates compliance and deference, David's refusal to acquiesce to every demand was met with skepticism and resistance. Friends and family, accustomed to his accommodating nature, were taken aback by his newfound assertiveness. Yet, as David stood firm in his convictions, he began to witness a subtle shift in the dynamics of his relationships. By honoring his own needs and desires, David fostered a deeper sense of self-respect and integrity. No longer burdened by the weight of unfulfilled obligations, he reclaimed control over his own life, steering it towards a path of authenticity and fulfillment. And in doing so, he became a beacon of inspiration for others, reminding them of the transformative power that lies in the simple act of saying no. Lesson 2. The abandonment of complaint. In a world rife with adversity and uncertainty, the temptation to succumb to despair and despondency is ever present. Yet, as the wise monk taught David, the true measure of one's strength lies not in their ability to avoid hardship, but in their capacity to transcend it. For David, the habit of complaint had become a familiar refrain, a constant companion in his journey through life's trials and tribulations. Yet, as he listened to the monk's gentle admonition, he realized the futility of dwelling on misfortune. Instead of lamenting the cards he had been dealt, he resolved to seek solutions and embrace a mindset of gratitude and resilience. In relinquishing the mantle of victimhood, David discovered a newfound sense of empowerment and agency. No longer defined by his circumstances, he embarked on a journey of self-discovery and growth, finding solace in the knowledge that every obstacle was but an opportunity in disguise. She navigated the tumultuous waters of life. David's unwavering optimism and resilience became a source of inspiration for all who crossed his path. And in each triumph over adversity, he found validation not in the accolades of others, but in the quiet satisfaction of knowing that he had overcome. Lesson 3. Embracing scarcity. In a world where abundance reigns supreme, the concept of scarcity may seem antithetical to success. Yet, as the wise monk imparted to David, it is often scarcity itself that imbues an object or individual with value. For David, the realization that his constant availability had rendered him inconsequential was a sobering revelation. In a desperate bid for acceptance and validation, he had forfeited the very qualities that made him unique and irreplaceable. Yet, as he heeded the monk's advice and began to embrace his own scarcity, David discovered a newfound sense of self-worth and significance. No longer at the beck and call of others, He reclaimed control over his time and energy, investing them in pursuits that brought him fulfillment and joy. As his presence became more elusive, David found himself sought after and revered by those who once took him for granted. And in the newfound respect and admiration of his peers, he found validation not in their words, but in the quiet knowledge that he had reclaimed his dignity and autonomy. By the way, before I move on to number 4, I've got a very special gift for you. It's a roadmap to unlocking the kind of wisdom that can lead to unparalleled success in all aspects of your life. It's a completely free ebook titled Success Secret with Stoicism. Uncover 17 secret ways to be ultra-successful in life, relationship, and career. Even if you have previously messed up your life, this is the secret to the wealth, fame, luxury, fortune of the most powerful kings in the history. Don't just dream of success. Manifest it with the wisdom of Stoicism. Just check the link below, and it's all yours. With that said, let's continue. Lesson 4. The sanctity of promises. In a world fraught with deceit and betrayal, the value of a promise is often underestimated. Yet, as the wise monk reminded David, it is the integrity of one's word that forms the foundation of trust and respect. For David, the realization that his credibility hinged upon the fulfillment of his promises was a sobering revelation. No longer could he afford to make idle boasts or empty pledges. Every word he spoke carried with it the weight of his reputation and integrity. As he endeavored to uphold the sanctity of his promises, David found himself held in higher esteem by those around him. No longer viewed as unreliable or untrustworthy, he became a pillar of reliability and steadfastness in a world fraught with uncertainty. And in the quiet moments of reflection, as he looked upon the bonds he had forged through honesty and integrity, David found validation not in the accolades of others, but in the quiet satisfaction of knowing that he had remained true to himself. Lesson 5. Rising above poverty. In a world divided by wealth and privilege, the specter of poverty looms large, casting a shadow of despair and hopelessness upon those who dwell within its embrace. Yet, as the wise monk reminded David, true wealth is not measured in material possessions, but in the richness of one's character and spirit. For David, the realization that his poverty need not define him was a revelation akin to the dawning of a new day. No longer bound by the limitations imposed by his circumstances, he resolved to rise above his station and forge his own destiny. As he embarked upon the arduous journey of self-improvement and self-discovery, David found solace in the knowledge that true wealth lay not in the accumulation of riches, but in the cultivation of virtue and wisdom. And in the quiet moments of introspection, as he looked upon the life he had built through hard work and determination, David found validation not in the trappings of wealth and luxury, but in the quiet satisfaction of knowing that he had transcended the constraints of poverty and emerged victorious. Lesson 6. Embracing empathy. The monk encouraged David to cultivate empathy towards others, recognizing that understanding and compassion are fundamental to earning respect. By placing oneself in another's shoes, one can forge deeper connections and foster mutual respect. Through acts of kindness and empathy, David would not only elevate his own character, but also inspire admiration and respect from those around him. In conclusion, the lessons imparted by the wise monk served as a guiding light for David, illuminating the path to self-realization and fulfillment. Through the power of saying no, the abandonment of complaint, the embrace of scarcity, the sanctity of promises, and the transcendence of poverty, David discovered the true essence of respect and dignity, transforming himself from a mere mortal into a beacon of light and an inspiration for all who crossed his path. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to download your free copy of the book in the description section or pinned comment below, titled Success Secret with Stoicism: 17 Secret Ways to be Ultra-Successful in Life, Relationship, and Career. Even if you have previously messed up your life, you'll be amazed at what you see. And don't miss the playlist on your screen. If you haven't already, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Catch you in the next video.